motivational speaker in the world. He is just 12 years old. Unbelievable. I cannot imagine that. This is the proof that age is just a number. Could you imagine he is just 12 years old? And he started learning English when he was 5. And actually, he's doing a great work on his YouTube channel. So don't forget to visit his YouTube channel in the description. I will put the link on the description. And subscribe to him. You will be so inspired and so motivated to work on your dream and make it a reality. So please help me welcome the greatest Algerian motivational speaker, Mohamed. Hi Mohamed, hope you're doing great. How is your day?
It's great, thanks. We're doing great, alhamdulillah. Today was awesome. The school, I came back, I did a little bit of sports. It was awesome, it was great.
So please Mohamed, just before starting, could you just let me express my feelings and my emotions? I am really so happy, and not just happy. I am really so proud to make that meeting with you. I'm really so proud to have you in my YouTube channel, and you are really an inspiring child. You inspire me a lot to improve my level in English, to improve my accent, to work on it. And as you know, I'm just a beginner in learning English, so if I do a mistake, could you just please correct it for me? I will be so grateful for you if you gave me that chance to learn from my mistakes. So let's begin with my first question. The majority of people think that there is a magic formula. There is a miracle to learn English. So what is your response? What is your answer to this kind of people?
So for me, there is no magic formula or anything. It's just the fact that you have to work hard enough. And if you didn't work hard enough, work harder and then harder and harder. Because eventually you learn English. If you want to, you will do that thing. But you will have to know one thing. It doesn't come at a low price. You need to work hard every day, every minute, every second. If you really want it, especially if you're old, because your brain is filled with stuff. If you want to teach it to your nephew, it's best to teach it now because he's little and everything. Because now I'm trying to learn Spanish, and I'm finding that there's a big difference between once I was 5 and I picked up the language easily, and once I'm now, it takes a little bit more practice.
So another question: Do you believe in luck, Mohamed?
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't believe in luck. We're Muslims. إحنا نؤمن بالقدر خيره أو شره. So it's whatever God wants to happen. There's no such thing as luck. Like, hey, I was lucky to win this and to learn English. You were not lucky. God wanted it to happen.
That's really great. That's really amazing. So now we're going to move to the third question. Mohamed, a lot of friends on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram suffer from the lack of motivation. So what is your advice to these people to feel motivated? Do you believe in motivation or in discipline? Or what is your advice for people to get this motivation, to feel motivated?
I believe in motivation and discipline at the same time. So you need to have motivation. The way to be motivated is to always be proper. If you know where all of your things are, and you're always positive, you're doing positive things, and if you need to get something off of your mind, do some sports because that clears your mind completely, and that's it. Yeah. It all goes back to your subconsciousness and everything. And I spoke about that, ways to be motivational and be positive, coming up on my podcast on Spotify, by the way.
So I highly recommend his YouTube channel, Mohamed Talks. His name is Mohamed Talks. So please subscribe now to his YouTube channel, and I promise again and again, another time, you will be so inspired and so motivated to work on your goals and make it a reality. How do you manage your time?
So for me, I just, I have this, let me show you. Things that I do, that I like to have clippers, and I just stick things together. Well, anything important, like here's my schedule for doing things, and that's my schedule for school, and etc. I have a program for each and every day. Like I do everything in a proper way, in its own time. You need to do whatever you want and do whatever you need to in your day. Those are basically the basics of what you need to do in your day. Whatever you want, and just make your time easier to do and easier to remember by just doing things that you want and like and need.
Mohamed, could you tell me about your advice to the people who wants to be great in English? So what is your advice to me and to my followers on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram to be great in the English language?
I only advise them to listen to podcasts and skills and items and motivational speeches every day, and you could repeat them like the ones I do on my channel and everything. I give that so people can listen to them each and every day, each and every week, so they don't forget that word. The word item is now in every single brain of one of my followers because it's literally every single week we post a couple items. Every week we do a couple motivational speeches. So basically what I want you to do is you need to learn the 4 skills, which are also videos coming up in my channel. So basically those 4 skills are listening, speaking, reading, writing. There are like 4 of them, and each one has its tip and skills and tricks. So basically what I did was the fact that I gave some tips and tricks about it, like listen to podcasts before you go to sleep each and every day so the word stays in your head, and etc. Yeah.
So in your opinion, what is the most important skills between these 4 skills of learning English?
All 4 of them are important because if you don't, all of them are important because you need to know listening, to know speaking, to know reading, to know writing. And you need to know reading, to know writing. And you need to know speaking, to know reading, to know writing.
Mohamed, as you know, me and a lot of my friends, they have no problem when they try to listen to English or write in English. But when they try to talk in English, they have a lot of problem. So what is the cause in your opinion, or what do you advise us to fix that problem, the problem of speaking?
For me, yeah, it's just the fact that you have to learn to pronounce. Because if you were like old enough, if you're very, very like over your 20s, you should listen to podcasts or listen to the phrase or anything that you want to learn. Listen to it each and every time you're on the bus, you're on the train, and you need to repeat it. Because since when you listen to it a couple times, you know how to pronounce it. And if you don't know, there's always like Google, learn to pronounce. Just put that sentence in and learn to pronounce it. Because it's pronunciation is one of the most important things in learning an accent reduction, or one of the most important things in learning English, because the accent and the pronunciation are basically the words that you say. Because if you say, hello, I've got a car here waiting for you, it's not the same thing as saying, hey, I've got a car here waiting for you, bud. There's literally a big difference, and people may understand you and people may not. So, you know.
Now, let's talk, Mohamed, let's talk about the art of public speaking. So, when we talk about the public speaking, we're talking about the way, the movements of our eyes, our hands, our body language, the tone of our voice, and etc. So, what is your advice, or could you just share with us a strategy that can help us to master the art of public speaking?
Public speaking is something like it's something very precious to somebody. If you're like a presenter, or if you're somebody in the radio, or somebody like you do reports, you're a reporter. So basically you have to kiss your speech. Keep it simple and straight. Straight. Kiss your okay, keep it simple and straight. So basically, you don't want to make your speech so long and so how do we say it? So long and so hard to remember, and you don't want to add too much vocabulary words and grammatical phrases that take a long time to understand, because what the people want to hear is something easy for their brain to pick up and something very interesting. So any human wants to listen to any person who's interesting, and you need to open up, and before that and after opening up, you need to own the room. So open up is organizing, being passionate, engaging, being natural, and understanding and practicing. So basically what that means is organizing. You need to organize your speech. You're not going to say, and that's the end of the speech. Hello everybody, it's your friend Mohamed Talks here. And did you remember that he punched himself in the face? You can't go like that, because that's disorder in your speech. People will be like, you punched your speech in the face, dude. And after that, you need to be passionate. You need to not lie. You need to speak from the heart. You need to show them that you mean what you're saying. You get it. You have passed by that project. So, next is engaging. Engaging. You need to engage your audience. Basically, it's the way that you speak to your audience, and it's the fact that you actually engage them. You say, how many of you here have Facebook? You stand up if you have Facebook, go. And then they stand up, and then you speak, and you give them examples about themselves, and they ask questions, and that's the most important thing, Yeah, because once you see the audience, and here's a little tip if anybody is like a reporter or somebody who goes to say speeches. If there's a very big crowd, you would want to look in an M fashion or a W fashion. So basically M or a W. So you look like this. Hello everybody, as I said, I'm just talking here, just saying what my experience was, and it's amazing and everything like that. So let's make it an M or the other way around, a W. Hello everybody, how's it going? Yeah, a pattern. If you're speaking with a big crowd. If not, you could just look at them, look a straight line, then go up, then go. Yeah, but I mean, if you're like in a crowd, you can't really have eye contact. And if you're looking at somebody, look at them here, because they'll think that you're looking at the person behind them, and you're like, I'm looking at you right now, and it seems that I'm looking behind you, you know? So basically, that's what it is.
Okay, Mohammed. And now I'm going to ask you about the lack of confidence. So when I don't feel confidence, I can't speak in front of a lot of people. When I speak with me alone in the mirror, I speak with confidence. But when I have a lot of people in front of me, I cannot, because I'm fearing the others' opinions. I think about what they will say about me, and what they're going to make fun of me and something like that. So what is your solution to the lack of confidence, or what is your solution to fear?
I mean, it doesn't matter what the other. I get that. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, to be fair. It matters what you think. If you think you did well, you did well. If you did wrong, you did wrong. Every single person's judgment is just a label that they give you. Like, what a nerd. That's a label that society accepts for some reason. But anywho, they're just labels. They're not who you really are. And you could show them that by having more confidence in yourself. Lack of confidence is either because of an action or something that has passed, or you just don't like, going up, and you don't like to go speak in front of stages. You just need to speak with yourself in a mirror and prepare, because there's a part where you prepare your speech, you say your speech, and then you wish you said this in your speech instead of that. Because when you're in the spot, when you're preparing your speech, you're preparing it for something. But if you never know what's going to happen. If you knew that people were going to like your speech, you would have added that little spark in. You would have wanted to add that. You would have loved if you added that.
So now let's talk about another problem, the problem of fearing to do a mistake. So how do you see a mistake? Is something positive or something negative? Because a lot of people don't want to work on their dream, or don't want to try the public speaking or something new in their lives, because they fear a lot about the mistake. So what is your vision to mistakes? Are they something positive or something negative?
I just want to say, who are people who fear making mistakes? Are they idiots? Come on, no offense. But seriously, we're humans. We're made to make mistakes and learn from them. So if you're like afraid of making mistakes, why are you living? Basically, we are humans. We are used to just be, who you are. You have your own personality. You're one human. You're not a bunch of humans in one soul. You're yourself. You are the person. You are Mohamed. You are the person who you are. Nobody else is like you. You're one of a kind. What do you mean? Even like if you're afraid of making mistakes, how about the people that go up on stage and actually make them? They learn from that. Like Gary Vee, like Steve Harvey, any other person. They went up and they learned from that.
So please, Mohammed, could you just tell me about what is your favorite public speaker?
Steve Jobs, one of my favorite ones. He's just awesome, amazing. Also the creator of Apple Computer Science. Yeah. So also I love Steve Harvey and Gary Vee. And I love Bill Gates. I love Erickson. I forgot the other part of his name. He's a very, very old person. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. He was in TED Talks, and he was speaking about, education and how we learned. That was like a couple of years ago.
So, of course, Mohammed, you have really benefited from the good education of your parents. So, your parents make a good environment for you to study and learn and grow. So, what is your advice to the parents who watching us right now to how they can deal with their children, how to make a good space for their children to learn and grow? So what is your advice to the parents to make the dream of their children a reality?
So I'm not my parents, but this is what I noticed when I was 5 years old and trying to learn the language, and then when they were teaching me. My mom would like close up the whole entire house. She'd turn on the lights. She'd make the house into a kindergarten, so we feel like we're in the school, we're learning, and then when Dad comes home, we practice the language with him. We do everything as one big family. So basically what I want to say is, you need to make the environment suitable for your child, because you need to like put posters that about motivation, like stick that to the wall, baby. Yeah, that's it.
So as you know, Mohammed, a lot of parents make that bad, really bad comparison between their children and the others. For example, one of the parents that who watching us right now, it is possible, or maybe they are talking to their children. Look at Mohammed talks. Look at this beautiful child. He speaks English very well, or very better than you. So be like Mohammed talks. Or another example, so imagine that I have a son, and my son is watching that video with me right now, and I said to him, to my son, look at Mohammed. He speaks English very good. So what is your advice to that kind of people that make this bad, very bad comparison?
I mean, to be fair, are they parents if they're not proud of their child how he is? So what I want to say is, nobody wants to be like me, because you don't know my real life. You don't know what I do today. Basically, people just take in consideration that if this person's perfect right in front of us, he should be perfect in his own entire life. That's what happens with celebrities. And then when the celebrities just say their story, they're like, oh my, I would have never done that in my life. Excuse me. Yo, son, no, be yourself. Never mind. So basically, your son needs to be unique, because we're all a unique human. You're unique. My sister's unique. I'm unique. Everybody else is unique. Because we're humans for a reason. Each and every one of us has an H, a U, an A, an M, but we don't all have the NS, because the NS are natural and specific.
So, Mr. Mohammed, finally, just one thing. So could you tell me, or could you share with me, what is your favorite quote?
Each cloud has a silver lining.
So could you explain it for me, please?
So basically, whenever anything bad that happens has a reason and a good reason and something good to come after it. If anything bad happens to you, there's a good reason why it happened, and there's something good to come after it. Because even in Quran, if anything bad happens to you, pray for God and everything, and something good will come always after.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. By the way, do you want to be a scientist, a physics scientist in the future?
I want to be a physics scientist that will change the world. By the way, تحياتي للشعب المغربي, by the way. تحياتي للشعب المغربي and everybody else.
مرحبا سيدي محمد، نهار كبير هذا، الله يكبر بك خويا والهلا يخطيك، وتحياتي للشعب الجزائري العظيم الغالي والحبيب.
So keep in touch. I would love to learn physics from you and everything. So
Oh Mohamed, I'm not a physicist, I'm a chemist by the way.
chemistry. I love chemistry. That's basically the nature of Earth. I would love to learn about the nature of Earth.
Oh Mohammed, you are really making my day. What a beautiful day. So, welcome again, Finebird family. Thanks for watching this video. And don't forget to subscribe, especially to the channel of Mohamed Talks, to encourage him to work hard and improve his life. And don't forget also to subscribe to my channel. Why not? And thanks again and again for watching our video, and see you in the next video. Have a great day.